up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Dadlife. In this episode, we're going to talk about today the 5 things, that's right, 5 things that I love about the C5 Corvette. What's that? Luca Bear. Enjoy the video. Welcome back to another episode. Thank you guys, as always, for watching and subscribing and for tuning in with each video and new upload. I am feeding my son as we do this. So, if you haven't yet, please go check out the other video previously posted a few days ago about the 5 things that I dislike about the C5 Corvette generation. But in this video, we're going to talk a little more upbeat, a little more fun. So the 5th thing that I personally love about the C5 model Corvette is the sound. So the C5 Corvette, especially when it's in a 6-speed configuration and stock, sounds a little tame, actually very tame, very weak. However, one of the best and first mod you should do if you just picked up your used C5 Corvette and it doesn't have it is a catback exhaust with an X-pipe. So personally, the stock exhaust, the tips are oval and they're only about like this big, nothing to brag about. So that, in terms of looks and appearance, thumbs down. However, the sound is very tame, very mild. Kind of like it shows like there's something that could be unleashed, but again from the factory and all that. But it also sounds like a little John Deere tractor because of the H-pipe. So get yourself an X-pipe and a full catback exhaust. MagnaFlow is going to sound deeper than like a GHL or a B&B. But I swear, once you open up that exhaust, it drives more fun, it gets more wild, and you'll probably put down with a quick tune about 30 more horsepower, give or take. So definitely the sound on the C5 Corvette is my number 5. Number 4 with my C5 Corvette, and one of my favorites for this model, non-Z06, non-fixed roof coupes, is the removable target top. It's a 90s model year, but taken from 80s and the 90s of the Trans Ams and the C4 Corvettes with T-tops, the Buick Regals of the 80s, things like that. Just having that removable target without a T-top, without the bar, it just opens up the whole center. You remove the target, put your windows down, you blast down the highway. Convertible-esque feelings with minimal work. You store it in the back in the hatch area, and guess what? If it starts to rain, starts to get too windy, you pull over the side road, slam the target back on, you're good to go. But you don't have the look of a soft top, which will compress the look and the overall feel. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds in the middle. So number 4, the removable hardtop is fun, especially on fall nights, spring, summer. I've had it off plenty of times, blasting down the highway on the way to the shore. Whether it's hot out, whether it's nighttime, take that roof off, enjoy it. Alright, so my number 3 strong love about the C5 Corvette is the hatch space, or usability.
That looks like what you would buy from a store. Look at all this floor space. So many aerobics in there, so many activities. Do step class. Making my head spin how many activities we can do. Yeah. You like guacamole?
Plenty of times we have gone down the shore, or we've done Corvettes at Carlisle with that whole weekend. You can legitimately fit a pop-up, I guess it's an 8x10 foldable tent, chairs, a huge cooler, and of course some bags, or even golf bags, packages. Like, you can fit so much stuff in that hatch. It is way bigger with way more room than you expect. So the best part about that is, for boomers, sorry, but if all you're doing is car shows, you can throw a ton of stuff back there. But if you want to use it for some more fun stuff, activities, if you're going hiking, that type of thing, and you want to like kind of cruise up in the Poconos or the mountain areas, but also do something fun, change your clothes, all that stuff goes in the back. You're going to average probably mid-20s miles per gallon on the drive up there, which isn't too bad, a big V8, and you're going to have fun doing it the whole way. Lots of smiles. So definitely, number 3 is the usability of the trunk hatch. Alright guys, my number 2 favorite thing I love about the Corvette is the actual motor, the LS1 motor. The modability, the way it responds to mod. There is a reason that for many years before 5.3s and 4.8 and junkyard motors really took steam, there was a reason that people were paying top dollar, and still to this day, for turnkey LS1s or dropout LS1 motors with trans for $6 grand, $8 grand, that type of thing. Because the wiring, everything drops right in. You make 290, which is a respectable amount of horsepower to the wheel stock, and then you throw on exhaust, you just up to 30 horsepower. You throw on a cam like myself, you might get 50 on the low end, up to 90, depending on cam specs and supporting mods. You throw heads on there, you literally just took that, 400 horsepower, or I should say 350 horsepower crank car, you just took that now to maybe 440 to the crank by doing heads, cam, bolt-ons, and she'll rep. So again, the way the LS1 motor responds to mod is amazing. The sound, it opens up, it's like it's a beast. The wolf in sheep's clothing is just waiting for you to mod it, mod it, mod it. And of course, you could pro charge it and make 5, 6, 800 horsepower, and it'll handle it. So that's also cool. So number 2 is modability of the LS motor. Alright guys, and my number 1 favorite thing about the C5 Corvette, and mine of course in particular, is the pop-up headlights. They are the best. They are a classic, timeless design that harkens back to the C3 Corvette of the late 60s, the C4 model Corvette, and obviously there's 8 generations Corvette. It is the last generation Corvette to have the pop-ups, as the C6 then went to a fixed normal headlight, and they've kept that throughout. Words are friends.
Come again? You know I don't speak Spanish.
Pop-up headlights is, again, it brings you back to the 80s, it brings you back to cars, you know, I hate to say it, it's American car, but JDM style, if you like that crossover style from Nissan 300ZXs, Miatas, God, I can't even think right now. Just some of the old Porsches. I mean, there's so many cars with pop-ups from the sports car generations of the late 70s, 80s, and 90s. And the C5 just, it's timeless. The pop-up headlights. And they're easy to repair for about $80. You get some metal headlight gears, never have to worry about them again, fix both. Pop-up headlights, one of my favorite designs on the C5 Corvette. Alright guys, to be real, there are way more than 5 things I love about the Corvette. The style of it, the looks you still get, if you take good care of it, people will still stop you and say, what year is that? Because, yeah, they don't think it's a 2020, but they also don't always think that it's a 20 to 25-year-old model car. You know, they at least think it's somewhat newer. So there's tons of good things that you'll love and you'll enjoy about your C5. One of the other things, too, is save the wave. Every time you see a Corvette on the road, if you're new to Corvettes, throw up the wave, throw up the ride. Kind of like bikers throw up the deuces for riding on too. It's just something cool that every Corvette owner does to try to keep that kind of that brotherhood alive, if you will. As always, guys, thank you for tuning in to Dadlife. Please throw us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the content. Drop some comments down below, you know, what you might want to see. Obviously, we're going to have to do some more driving videos, not just talking videos. But drop what you would like to see, what you would maybe like to do a review on, anything like that. If you haven't yet, link's always in the description. Not going to promote it too crazy, but of course we have a little merch store that we're working on. If you want to see any merch that you like, hop on the merch store. Use new update as a code. You can take 20% off your order. As always, be sure to subscribe, like the video, share with friends and family. Let's grow the Dadlife brand. Let's grow the Dadlife channel. Let's just keep having fun, guys. Till next time, Dadlife.